keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride.
It's week 12 of the NFL, and we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Vikings and the...
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the ninth-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 14 carries, 56 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
Going up top for Kupp. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They're led out by the 4th-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be tackled just... at the 36. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Vikings at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They look like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on second down. Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that he got into his head.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Montgomery. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one completes to Jerry Judy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open air.
Touchdown, Patriots. Durham Smythe, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, call it the 26. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's in.
Possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, you're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday 2022. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He finds Robinson. And yet again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Garoppolo's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On first down, Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see a breakdown as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up off left and tried to work his way back across the field. He put some to twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL might say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. It's caught by Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into the lead. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Jones. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
How many times we see it? I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. He's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. They'll pick up there 26 yards. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. To throw again on second down, Jones. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Berrios. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo steps away. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now out comes Minnesota. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And he goes down. Sack. Chris Wormley. A loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And got his man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of the field at the 43.
Jones on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Looking for Christian Watson that time.
And it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. Again, he'll drop to throw.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Christian McCaffrey, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the
as they try again on first down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now Jones on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes it into the end zone. And the Patriot defense. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Melvin Ingram able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Terrell Edmunds
is comes flying in from safety for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss.
He's all alone, Tyrod Taylor. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for a touchdown. They'll still trail big time.
They'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coup for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 18, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Nowhere.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for New England, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up. Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like